Fraser Hall here in London, England. We're going to begin today's press conference by introducing you to the newest member of the Matchroom family. And here to introduce you to the newest member of the Matchroom family, the head of Matchroom Boxing, Mr. Eddie Hearn.
Thank you, David. And before we start our main press conference today, of course, big World Championship card at the Copper Box on Saturday, live on Sky Sports. And we're delighted to introduce our latest signing to the Matchroom boxing team. It's another stellar GB amateur standout in Dalton Smith, Sheffield's most successful ever amateur fighter. I'm completely surrounded by Smiths here on this table, with obviously Adam and Dalton and Grant, his father. I see Charlie Edwards there filming like a fan. Look, I mean, that's when you know you made it. You've got the WBC world champion filming you here. Look, you know that one of our jobs... Is that Dave Allen up the back there? Yeah. Dave, happy birthday. Good to see you. Good to see you. Our job over the last 7-8 years has been to try and invigorate British boxing. I think we've done a solid job of that. But one of the most pleasing things is to see the development of young fighters over that period. We've been blessed to really pick up the very best amateur talent that the country's produced consistently over that period. I remember a few years ago, people said, oh, you know, Matchroom, they don't develop young fighters to world championship status. And this is when we were just starting out. Now you look at the guys that have come through our system, if you like, Sky's system, and before that, the GB system. You know, guys like Anthony Joshua, Charlie Edwards, Cal Yafai, Callum Smith. These are all guys that we signed from the GB system that went on to win world titles, unify world titles, win Ring Magazine belts as well. And we think we've got that winning system. It's not rocket science. It's just about support, development and consistency of a schedule. The guys that have come off this system are blessed in that they have the model and the mindset already complete. They just need the platform and the promises to be kept to keep going and produce a schedule for them to express their skills, to grow their profile and to achieve. And I think we've done that really well. And obviously with the launch of Matchroom Boxing USA and Matchroom Boxing Italy and Germany, these guys now are going to get the chance to box worldwide in their development. Every young fighter coming through needs between 6 and 8 fights a year, in my opinion, to develop, to grow. And like I said, now with our international platforms, Dalton's going to get the opportunity to box in America, to box in Europe, to box in Asia, but most importantly to develop as a UK fighter on Sky Sports, where he will become a big star. And I think particularly from the fighting city of Sheffield, that's no disrespect to the fighters coming through, got some good fighters. This young man has an opportunity to get a city behind him and really grow in the professional ranks with his dad. She's always, father-son relationships are always interested in boxing. I look forward to that, Grant. You've done an amazing job with Charlie, and I know you're going to do the same with Dalton. And before we hear from these two men, I'm going to pass over to Head of Boxing at Sky Sports, Adam Smith.
Yeah, it's very exciting for us. We love the youngsters turning over. Dalton is a terrific fighter. And as Eddie said, the system in Sheffield is brilliant. You know, when Anthony Joshua and Luke Campbell and the others came down to Sky before the 2012 Olympics, and I saw what they were all about, not just terrific talents, but, you know, good talkers, well-conditioned. They were glowing, and look and see how they've all come through. The likes of Callum Smith, Luke, the other night, looking fantastic in Philly again. I think he'll be a world champion later this year. And it's really exciting for us. You know, we were there in the early days of the likes of Ricky Hatton. I remember Billy Graham saying to me when Ricky was 16, 17, this guy is the one that you've got to watch out for. And it's really exciting for us to be part of their journeys. We'll throw everything we can behind Dalton and the other youngsters coming through, because there's a massive opportunity. You know, Saturday night is a great one for us and for Charlie to lead it, and the likes of Joshua Boazzi and others to come through and try and get that sort of that star billing that we need going forwards. You know, you've seen the likes of James DeGale and George Groves and Tony Bellew and David Hale retire, Amir Khan and Kell Brook coming towards the end of their really successful careers. We need new blood. Sheffield's a great fight city. My great friend and colleague, obviously Johnny Nelson, is from there, and Prince Nassim Hamad, Ryan Rhodes, all those guys that came out. You know, Sheffield's a fight city through and through. So I'm really excited to be part of this. Grant's done a terrific job with Charlie, and you know, that moment at the end of last year was one that will live with me, and I hope we'll get some great moments with Dalton in the future as well.
Thanks, Adam. I want to also say thank you to Sean O'Toole as well for his part in this deal. He's a tough lawyer. Miserable bastard. Drives a tough bargain, but always does a good job for his fighters and very, very honest. So we like working with him. And Grant, over to you, mate. Your boy going into the pro ranks. Obviously, people speak so highly of him, and your job to make sure that he delivers on his goals.
Yeah, I just want to thank Sean as well. I'm happy I've got him part of our team as well for the deal. So thank you, Sean, and everybody else behind the scenes. Dalton will take to the pro ranks, I think, very well. Very well. He's trained a lot of years with the pros, and he's been at the GB setup for many years. I think he was first Sheffield lad on Team GB for boxing, and it served him well. He's travelled the world since he was 12-year-old. He hasn't boxed on an amateur club show since he was 12. All his other fights after that, internationals and ABAs. And he just lives it. He lives boxing. He's always in gym, always training, so dedicated.
What should we look for from Dalton Smith? What should the fans expect from Dalton Smith in terms of his style in the pro ranks?
He used to be a bit flash when he was little, but we've altered his style a little bit since that. He's a good box fighter. He can do everything. Southpaw, orthodox, he can fight, he can box. I just put him down as a very good box fighter, and he adapts well to situations. After a round or so, and he'll start adapting, and the longer rounds will suit him better than the 3 rounds.
And finally, as a father, and as someone who has a son, and obviously someone that's been involved with boxing for many, many years, must be an incredible feeling to start this journey with Dalton around the world and seeing if he can go on and become a world champion.
Very much so. This has been his dream, and he's dedicated his life to it. So for me, I'm so proud of him anyway. Before and now he's turned professional. Next part of his career, and obviously 10, 15 years, and he'll have done all business and earned his world title and completed everything.
Dalton, welcome. Your first press conference as a pro. You've done just about everything as an amateur, and now time to take to the professional ranks. You must be excited.
Yeah, very excited. You know, like I say, I want to thank my team first for getting me to this stage, and obviously I'm grateful to be part of the Matchroom stable now. I'm just looking forward to the next chapter in life.
British boxing and worldwide boxing, trust me when I say you could not come into this at a better time right now, into this game. And obviously, what was the decision that made you feel like you were ready for the professional ranks?
It was a couple of things really, but like you said, that British boxing at the minute's booming. It's at the highest it's been for I don't know how long. But with the turning over situation, it was AIBA taking 2 male weights out and putting the 2 female weights in for the Olympics, and just the situation I was put in, I wouldn't have been able to do it as an amateur. You have to make weight every single day you fight, so I might have to make 63 kilos 5 days a week, and it'd have been a bit of a struggle. So I had to sit down with my dad before Christmas, and you know, we just had a good chat, and we thought, you know, it's the right option and the right decision to look to turn over.
What are the aspirations as a pro? I know obviously, like I said, you won virtually everything as an amateur. Is it just that the only target is to become a world champion in this sport?
You know, I think any fight at the highest level, you want to become a world champion, and that's what I eventually want to achieve in my career. But obviously I'm devastated I can't get to the Olympics now and represent my country, because it's been a goal I've wanted to achieve since a young age. But you know, that's behind me now. I'm looking forward to the future, and you know, I just want to. I'm not going to say I'm going to be a world champion in 2 years, because I know I'm not. I just want to take it slow, learn every single fight, make sure every fight's at the right time in my career, and you know, eventually one day become a world champion.
Well, there was another fighter that, like you, didn't quite make the Olympic team for various reasons around weight as well. And funny enough, he's got the same lawyer as you as well, in Callum Smith. And trust me, after a couple of pro fights, you'll quickly forget about that. But just finally, same question to you that I asked you, Dad. What can the fans expect from you? We're going to be keeping you nice and busy. We're going to be boxing you all over the world. They're going to see a lot of excitement, and the time now for Sheffield to really get behind one of their young stars. That's it.
I want to make a name for myself, and obviously get Sheffield behind me, and you know, become the next name in Sheffield. But you know, I want to be exciting. I want to be in exciting fights, and as long as I stay active, I know I'm going to keep learning, keep progressing, and you know, keep the fans happy. And I want to be in exciting fights in the future.
I promise you will be nice and active, and his pro debut will be announced early next week. It will be in May on one of our UK shows to be announced next week. And for now, before we start our main press conference, a welcome to the professional ranks, ladies and gentlemen, for Dalton Smith.
Thank you.